Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Muddy River Catfishing. I know you're probably wanting to see me out in the water, and trust me, I want to be out there just as bad, if not worse. I want to be giving you guys some videos of me out there fishing, and trust me, I've got a lot of them planned for this summer and well the whole year. So the best I could do for you guys right now is a little picture I got hanging on the wall here. But I wanted to share a little tip with you guys that's really worked for me to become a better fisherman. It's nothing super secret, that it's not the secret bait or anything like that, or the how to find the biggest fish, but it's knowledge, and it's knowledge that you acquire on your own, and that's the best way to do it. That I think you apply yourself. You learn how to fish. You teach yourself how to fish. Of course, you learn from other people and watching YouTube videos, I'm sure. But one of the best things that I've done, every year I'll go and I'll buy me a little notebook, a little spiral notebook like this. And what I do is I document my fishing trips. And it works in a couple of ways. Number one, you get out there, you document what the weather's like, what the fish were biting on, what the water clarity was, the water temperature was, the wind, was it cloudy, was it clear, was it sunny, was it cold, was it raining, snowing. You write all this stuff down. What kind of hook were you using, what kind of bait were you using, what size was the weight, what size of the line were you using. Document everything that you can think of. Write it all down and keep it detailed. That way you can go back and have a reference. You go back next year or later on in the fall, or okay, well at this time of year they were biting with this rig, this bait, but this time of year they're doing this, they're doing that, they're in a different place. And you have all this stuff documented, so that way it helps you for the following year. You already know, hey, I can look back and say, this time of year, they were over here, they were biting on this bait. Later on in the year, they moved to this spot. So you're documenting your progress, basically is what you're doing. But a twist that I put on it for myself that really makes it fun, I guess, is I almost do it like a diary. And of course, I'll get the facts, the basics, what, when, where, why, how, all that stuff. But I add the trip itself into the mix. For example, took my son out fishing for his birthday. We didn't catch anything that day, or maybe he caught his first fish. Blah blah blah. And you're actually writing a story of your fishing adventures, I guess, however you want to call it. But I started doing that, number one, to help me as a fisherman learn how to better fish the area that I fish, or the areas. And number two, to write stories of my fishing adventures, and that maybe I could leave something behind so that my kids, when they're older, they could look back and read Dad's old fishing journals talking about this special spot he found, or they can read when they were 2 or 3 years old how the fishing trip went and what they did and the fun that we had. So get yourself a little journal, a little spiral notebook and a pen, and start documenting your fishing trips. One of the things that I do is I'll sit down in the very beginning of the year or at the end of the fishing season, and I'll write down a list of things that I want to try this year, or experiment with, or different techniques, maybe different spots that I want to explore and figure out if they're good or not. So I make a list of all the things that I want to do, all the things I want to try, and then I start tackling them and documenting it as I go, my progress, and as well as the stories that go with it. So just a little tip for you guys. Hope this helps you, and look forward to some fishing videos coming up pretty soon. Thank you guys, take care, and we'll see you next time.